guys, it's Dani, and today I'm going to be answering a bunch of your questions that I asked you to ask me on Twitter. I'm going to do my best to answer as many as I can, but thank you to everyone who asked me questions on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Let's jump right into it. How old are you and when is your birthday? I'm 22 and I'm going to be 23 on June 3rd. Where do you live? I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and I still live here to this day. What is your full name? Dani Rose Venon. I know a lot of people mispronounce my name. It's not Venon or Vernon, it's Venon. Say it with me. Venon. What do you use to edit your videos? I use Adobe Premiere Elements 12. I've edited with the Adobe Premiere Elements series ever since 2010. I would love to be able to work with Adobe Premiere Pro. I know I will be a lot more comfortable working on Premiere Pro than Final Cut because I'm just so familiar with the Premiere series. How did I learn to edit? I'm actually self-taught when it comes to editing. I've been editing ever since I started using Windows Movie Maker. I did take a tech program class with Bill when I was in high school, but I had already been editing a few years before that. I did learn some things from that class, but I was able to teach myself through YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials, reading books about editing. I've been editing for almost 10 years. It's gonna be 8 years this year. I have a lot of experience up my sleeves. How did you get into editing? It all started way back in 2009, 2010, when I really started to make short films. My short films were terrible back then, so I really liked seeing all the stuff that I made just come together in one full video. It really just made me happy. It made me feel very empowered, like I was just creating a masterpiece. Will you do any more of these vlogs with Bill?
I mean, I hope so.
What was the first software you used for editing? The very first software I used was the good old Windows Movie Maker, all the way back in, I think, 2009. Those are the good old days. Does someone usually help you at editing, or do you mostly do it on your own? 99% of the time, I'm at home editing alone and doing everything by myself. The other 1%, I'm getting help from Bill, usually mostly on like transitions or titles, but all the actual editing that you see in the final cut is all done by me. What inspired you to start editing? I remember this day very vividly. I remember I was in 4th grade. I remember waking up from a dream. It was this action-adventure kind of dream. I woke up, I was so inspired, I ran to my mom and I said, I want to make movies. And she kind of looked at me and she was kind of puzzled because she knew just how expensive it was to make movies. Me being the 10-year-old me didn't know just how much work it would take, how much money it would take. Ever since 4th grade was when I knew I wanted to do something in the film industry. Have you ever tried to contact any of the people that you made trailers for? Yes. Every single trailer I make, I tweet it out to them, I post it on Tumblr, I post it everywhere as much as I can. I have gotten noticed by Matthias, Robert IDK, Indie Mogul, Chad Clay, and Rhett and Link. I've been trying very hard to get Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and PewDiePie to see the unsubscribed trailer, so I need your guys' help for that. Do you ever plan on making another YouTube channel that's not trailers in the future? I already have one made. I will link it in the description below. It's called Director Dani V, and I have a bunch of short films on there. Will you ever try to make a movie or a 20-minute long edit? I have made a couple short films in the past. I will link the playlist to my other channel down in the description below. There's at least 10 short films on that playlist. Considering the time, this channel will not have 20-minute long videos unless it's a vlog like this. If it's a trailer, it's going to be 3 minutes or less. But you'll be able to see all the 20-minute long videos in that playlist down below. Which edit that you made was your favorite and why? I have to say my favorite still is A Wrinkle in Time, just because it's so cute and it looks like a real romance trailer. It's very simple, it's very short, but it's also sweet and it's just adorable. What was the easiest trailer to make and what was the hardest trailer to make? The easiest trailer had to have been A Wrinkle in Time, just because there was so much footage and so much dialogue that I could take out of context to make something as cute as that. And the hardest one will always be Unsubscribed. I'm gonna put up a picture of the timeline. That took a long time. What was your favorite edit to do? My favorite probably was the unsubscribed one, even though it was the hardest one, but I knew it was going to pay off in the end just from how much work I put into it. What is my least favorite trailer that I did? I'd have to say my least favorite would have to be Smash, the one I did for Smosh, because I had that done for a long time. It didn't really have the potential that my other trailers did, but not saying that I don't like it at all, it's just not my favorite. I love your videos. Tell me, what's your secret? Hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, No, just kidding. A lot of attention to detail. Do you have any tips for people who are just starting out editing? With each computer, whether you use Windows or Mac, you have Windows Movie Maker or iMovie. Start out with those because those are the easiest. Once you get the hang of all the controls, you'll be able to work your way up to the Adobe Premiere Elements series or Sony Vegas or whatever other program you want to use. Start out with something simple like a skit that you did with your friends or even like a music video. You can also teach yourself how to use the program by looking up tutorials on YouTube, or you can also take a class. But from me to you, I personally would go the teaching yourself route. You'll be able to go at your own pace, you'll be able to find your own style, your own speed of editing. You'll be able to find your own niche a lot faster that way. If you could make any one of your trailers into a real movie, which one would you choose and why? I would definitely have to choose Unsubscribed, even though it is parodied off of Unfriended. That one is the coolest one that I have made, and I know that if Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and PewDiePie actually saw it, I think there would be a pretty high chance of them wanting to make it into a movie. Have you ever read a smutty fan fiction? No, and I don't plan to. What are my favorite ships? I have to say I'm a fan of Septiplier. That ship has been around for so long. To look at it in like the bromance kind of way, not really in the sexual kind of way, the bromance way is really, really cute. How much do you ship Rink? Scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 3. Do you ship Fan? I do like Dan and Phil, but I wouldn't ship them together as Fan. Who is your YouTube OTP? 100%, 10 out of 10, Matt and Amanda. Septishoe or Amy Plier? Why not both? I've seen a bunch of comments asking for a Septishoe or Amy Plier trailer. There is not enough footage that exists for me to make anything out of that, so that's gonna have to wait. Can you make a video about Mark and Felix competing for Jack or another Septiplier video? The one Septiplier video I have up now is gonna be the only Septiplier video up, and from here on out, I'm not gonna be making any more shipping trailers. So unfortunately, there's gonna be no Fan trailer, no Gelix trailer. I can hear the fandom clicking the dislike button now, but hear me out. With Dan and Phil having a romance trailer, there's not enough footage to put together to make a romance trailer for them, like how I did with Septiplier or Rink. And with Gelix, I've said this a bunch of times on Twitter, on Tumblr, and on the YouTube discussion page. I'm not gonna feed into the Gelix ship because I know that it makes Jack and Felix uncomfortable, and I don't want to be like a shipping channel. Will you only make trailers? On this channel, yes, and I will also do vlogs like this. I'll be answering questions, maybe doing some games, telling you guys a little bit more about myself so that you guys get to know me personally. Do you make money off the trailers, and do you plan on making more short films this year? I currently do not make any money off any of the videos I make on YouTube. I do it just for fun, but it would be really cool to actually turn this into a job. And if I have time to make short films, I will make some. Have you ever worked on a big project besides YouTube? Yes, I have actually. My friends and I have entered into the 48-hour film project about 4 times in the past maybe 2 years. It is a challenge to do that because you pretty much have to pull an all-nighter. Well, at least I did it because I filmed everything and I edited everything. I'll also put a link to that playlist down below. What is the name of the fandom and the name of your fans? I actually asked you guys this on Twitter. I had you guys suggest names that you guys wanted to be called, and the winning name was The Editorials by Ashlinsky. So from now on, I'm going to be calling you guys my editorials. Do you keep a list of future video ideas, or do you just think of one every week? For those of you who follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, you will know that I have a list of confirmed YouTubers that I will be making trailers for, which include Lazakoshi, Felix and Marzia, Rhett and Link, Logan Paul, Key and Peele, Antisepticeye, Lily Singh, Ryan Higa, Britannic, Dan and Phil, Team Edge, Olin Rogers, Matt Pat, and Nathan Sharp. So for all of you guys wondering if I'm going to make a Dan and Phil video, yes, I am. Would you be interested in making a Team Edge edit? It's coming out this Saturday. Are you ever going to do an X-Fig Mar trailer?
Bro, just chill.
What inspired you to make these trailers? I mentioned in my reacting to my trailers video, I actually had this idea of editing is everything 3 or 4 years before. I didn't commit to it because I just thought it was kind of a dumb idea. A couple months ago, the idea came to me again. I wanted to do something original, something different, something that has never been done before. I know a lot of people have made fan videos that are taken out of context, kind of like Antisepticeye and Darkiplier, making kind of like a scary music video to that, but no one has really made like a movie trailer for them. How much time do you spend editing? It depends on the type of video I'm doing. If it's a horror trailer, usually it takes a couple days, probably at least like maybe 5 hours per day editing, depending on if I have to work or not. If it's something that I'm not used to doing, such as comedy or romance, that can take between 2 to 5 days. I'd say an average about 3 days is how long it takes me to edit each video. Is it hard to edit or easy to edit? Like I said, it really depends on the genre I'm doing, but in general, editing is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. What's your favorite part of the editing process? Just seeing everything come together, whether if I'm editing a short film or a trailer, just everything just becoming one. How do you prepare for a new video? Do you rewatch every episode or write an order of clips? It depends on the YouTuber. I have a really good memory, so I'm able to remember there's a certain piece of dialogue that I need out of certain video. I just go right to that video. If it's a YouTuber that I don't watch as often, or if it's a YouTuber that is going to be very out of context in this trailer, I watch as many videos as I can. Sometimes it could be as little as 3 videos. Sometimes it could be as many as like 20. But it all depends on the YouTuber and how much content they have in each video. Who are your favorite YouTubers? In no particular order, my top 5 YouTubers are Brent Link from Good Mythical Morning, Matthias, Amanda Faye, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. A couple honorable mentions are Super Carlin Brothers, Todrick Hall, Robert IDK, Chad Wild Clay, and Liza Koshy. How did you find Robert IDK? I actually found out about him through Matthias' video of roasting him. When I saw that video, I was pretty much just hooked. Robert IDK is a very funny guy. Did you see Robert IDK's reaction trailer you made about him? Yes, I did, and I was so happy. I was so ecstatic the moment that I knew that he was going to record his reaction. His reaction was priceless. I'm so glad he really liked it, and I am ever so grateful for the shout out that he gave to me, which got me to 10,000. So thank you so much, Robert. I really appreciate it. Do you use Photoshop? If so, how long did it take for you to get used to it? I do use Photoshop. Currently, I'm using Photoshop Elements 12, like Premiere Elements 12. The Photoshop Elements series is actually very easy to use. It's very easy to get used to. The more often you use it, the better you'll get at it. Name as many of your subscribers as you can remember. I know that there is Chad Wild Clay, Robert IDK, Ash Linsky, Cartoon Junkie, Gummy Bear Queen, Bill Sheeb, Fanic and the 21 Septipliers, Rainbow Pizza Dog, Xpigmore, Markiplier in that weird kind of font. Not the real Markiplier, I wish. But yeah, right off the top of my head, that's all I can remember. I have a really good memory. Do you remember when you were Mythical Beast? Did I say I stopped? How did you meet Bill?
The year was 2011. There she was from across the room, eyes meeting like daggers. I was just a young boy there in my trench coat, silk suede, and she, high heels, dance floor. We met in the middle of the room at the bar. I said, "Hey, hi, hello," and she said, "Stop it." It was something like that, yeah.
That's not how it happened. So Bill and I met in the year 2011, and it was our junior year of high school, and we were in the same tech program class together. We had a couple video projects to work on. We had a few mutual friends there, and we just started working together, and our friendship blossomed.
Like a beautiful flower. You're never gonna see me again.
Are you married, or do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend? I am not married, but I do have a boyfriend.
Glad we got rid of that Ed Sheeran wannabe, Bill Sheeb. I love you, Bill.
So I've seen a lot of comments that are shipping me and Bill together, but this is my real boyfriend. This is John.
I'm gonna ship him to the ocean. I love you still, Bill. You're the man. Check out his channel.
We met at the beginning of 2014. It's actually coming up on 3 years.
Almost to the date.
We met in our college math class together. He used the classic line on me, "Do you have a pencil?"
Very original line. Yeah.
We're coming up on 3 years together, March 4th, and we're very happy together.
Can I go home?
Will you marry me? I can provide you with free pizza.
You can maybe make this work. Pizza's pretty good.
I like pizza.
Pizza's nice.
Yeah.
This could be a marriage, you know. I like pizza.
I like pizza.
I love you, babe.
I love you too. We also have an Instagram page together called John and Dani. We have a little over 14,000 followers there, and we have a lot of pictures on there.
Yeah, they're really nice.
They're really cute. So you should follow us on there.
You're kicking me out now.
Yes. Goodbye.
It's time to go.
Have you ever made a trailer for a movie that has been released publicly before? No, but I want to so badly. That's my dream job right now, is to be a professional movie trailer editor. It would be the coolest thing to see one of my trailers that I made play on the big screen for everyone. Would you ever make an official trailer for a real upcoming movie? I would, if I had the chance. One of my friends actually contacted me, and he's making a short film in February, and he wants me to edit the trailer together for him, so I'm really excited for that. Maybe you could make a full-length movie sometime, like call up Mark, Jack, Felix, and make Unsubscribed. It's a lot easier said than done. I wish it was that easy just to call them up and just ask them to make a movie with me. I've seen a lot of comments asking me if I can make full-length movies to these trailers. I can only work with the footage that actually exists, which is just enough to make a trailer. So if any of my trailers were to turn into real movies, that would have to be all up to the original creator. Is there a trailer or kind of trailer that you would never make? I'm gonna switch around the wording of this question and make it, is there a trailer that I cannot make? I've seen a lot of requests for gamers and for vloggers. I need to let you guys know that making a trailer out of gameplay footage or vlogs, it's very limited or almost impossible, especially the gameplay footage. It's a little bit different with the Unsubscribed trailer, because I didn't use the actual gameplay footage, I used the footage of the actual YouTuber. I don't think I'll be making another version of Unsubscribed in the future at all, just because it was so time consuming. But if you want to suggest a YouTuber that I should make a trailer out of, the kinds of videos that work best for that are skits, short films, movies, videos as cinematic as they can get. Do certain requests ever get annoying? The requests that get the most annoying are the requests for a fan trailer or a G-Lix trailer, when I will not be making one of those, unfortunately. When people suggest themselves, or if the YouTuber has content that I cannot make anything out of, such as gameplay footage. If you could work with anyone in the production industry, who is your dream team? I would probably want to work with Jon Favreau or Steven Spielberg. The actors I would want to be in it would be Tom Hanks or John Goodman, Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence, Idris Elba, and Lupita Nyong'o. That would be an awesome movie. Are you ever going to come visit me? P.S. Love you. Yes, Taylor, I'm going to come visit you someday. Can you tell us a little bit about your job? I'm actually filming in my work studio right now. I have an office at a mental health company called Signature Health. I've been working here for a little over a year. I've actually been an intern here 2 years prior. My job title is a social media coordinator. I manage their Facebook, website, and I make videos for the company. I'm pretty much living my dream as an editor. What are some of your hobbies outside of YouTube? I love photography. I love taking pictures of my friends, couples, families. So I'm trying to start a little side business of my photography. I love hanging out with friends. I love going to Starbucks, just hanging out there. I like watching movies. I like listening to music. I also like to eat. And I like playing with my dog. What is your favorite type of music, song, and band? The music genres that I like the most are pop, hip-hop, and alternative and indie. My top 3 favorite artists are Pentatonix, Lady Gaga, and Jon Bellion. There's a lot of songs that I like, but I have to narrow it down to 2. My 2 favorite songs ever are Chandelier by Sia and All Time Low by Jon Bellion. Do you like Panic at the Disco? I do. Are you a Directioner? I am not, but occasionally I'll enjoy One Direction song now and then. Do you have a favorite color? Yes, my favorite color is burgundy. Kinda like this shirt. Do you play video games in your spare time? Not as often as I used to, but if I have time, usually I'll play Super Smash Bros. With my brother. Do I have a favorite video game? I think my favorite video game would have to be Undertale, just because it's so original, it's so well done. Everything is just so perfectly put together. I actually have the soundtrack on vinyl at home. If you were to color your hair a color, what would it be? I probably would either dye it platinum or jet black. Fun fact, this is actually my natural hair color. I've never done my hair before. What is your glasses prescription? I'm not sure. I've never known my actual prescription. If I were to see the world without my glasses on, it would kind of look like this. Not fun. When was the first time you legit freaked out about someone? When I actually freaked out and had a huge fangirl moment was when Rhett and Link followed me on Twitter. I cried for about maybe 5-10 minutes and I was so happy. I was just screaming and just ecstatic. I'm trying to keep my fangirlism a little bit more low-key. What are your resolutions in 2017? My top priority right now is to buy myself a car. Another resolution is to be more confident with myself, because last year was a really big confidence struggle and self-esteem struggle, but halfway through the year I found my inner beauty and outer beauty. I'm more confident than ever, so I'm hoping to go the full year without looking down on myself. Are you happy? Yes, I am actually a very happy, positive person. I used to be very negative, very angry years before, but a couple years ago I just told myself not everything is worth getting angry about. Little things that happen throughout the day, just brush it off. It's not gonna matter 5 minutes from now, 5 days from now, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years from now. It's almost hard to be in a bad mood when you're around me. I'm also one of those people that will just randomly sing out Disney lyrics at the top of my lungs, so Which do you feel is more important, being happy or sacrificing your happiness for those around you? Being happy, because if you sacrifice your happiness for everyone around you, then you won't be happy. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to be selfish and worry about yourself, about your well-being, about your happiness. Because when you're happy, then everyone around you will start to be happy. What's the point in life? The point in life is to give your own life your own meaning and to find who you are meant to be, what you're meant to do in this world, what you're meant to make of yourself, and find your true happiness, whether it's with videos, animals, photography, helping others, even if you've only affected one person. Thank you to everyone who asked a question, and thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Bill and follow John on Twitter and subscribe here today, and I'll see you next time.